Hey guys, if you're enjoying this podcast and want to help us out, we are on Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/7lamb, the number 7, LAMB. You can donate as little as $1 a month, and it all goes to helping us create podcasts such as this one. We also have multiple tiers to choose from with tons of bonus content like scripts, extra podcasts, bloopers, talks with the cast, early releases, and bonus episodes of your favorite shows. Once again, that's patreon.com/7lamb, the number 7, LAMB. Thanks.
Welcome to another episode of Will There Be Cake? I am Amber Simpson. That over there is Roberto Lamb.
Oh.
And joining us again, Ronald Russ.
What's up?
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Man,
Today is
back.
like the best day of all the days for this podcast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because it's
Get
Thanksgiving?
No. Because
It
it's
is
Cake Day.
And it's Thanksgiving.
It's also Thanksgiving.
That's weird that Cake Day falls on Thanksgiving, because we were just talking last podcast that pie is the more preferable dessert on Thanksgiving.
I think Cake Day is always November 26th, but Thanksgiving is always the last Thursday, right?
Yeah, so it just lined up.
It just lined up this year.
Like the moon and the tides.
So I think this year you have to have cake on Thanksgiving, even though it's a pie day.
Yeah, throw away those pies. Make a cake.
Fuck pie. You better celebrate motherfucking cake today.
Amber Simpson, every time you curse, we can't be on YouTube.
Fuck YouTube.
No, they'll take all our videos down.
No! That's okay.
That's fine.
I like YouTube sometimes.
Sometimes.
Did you know, who do you think said the famous line, "Let them eat cake"?
Wasn't that like a king or something?
It was Maria Antoinette.
Internet.
How did you
That's
know
right.
that?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm really big on history.
Whoa. For reals?
Yeah.
Marie Antoinette.
Wow. Man, I'm so glad we had you on this day.
Yeah.
I would have
Solid.
never known that, but I'm not.
When I first heard the name of the podcast, that's where I thought you got it from, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
This is the first time we've ever mentioned that, so
let them.
I guess that now's the day.
Was it
Today's
let them
the day.
eat the cake or let them have cake?
Let them eat. Let them eat cake.
Probably have to Google it.
Let
Is
them
it-
eat. Well, I mean, it's in not English originally.
Yo,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was let them eat cake or let them have cake.
It's
It
let
probably
them-
is let them eat cake, I guess.
I'm pretty sure it's let them eat cake.
they cut our
But
head off for that.
did they?
Yeah.
Just for that line?
Well, not just for that line, but eventually,
But wasn't her husband like the king at that time?
yeah.
He just like
His
let
head
him.
got cut off too.
Oh,
It was upon
It's the
learning.
French
that's some
Revolution.
Game of Thrones ass shit.
It was upon learning that the peasants had no bread. She
Yeah,
said that.
yeah. The peasants,
Peasants.
were poor, and they didn't have any bread to eat during one of the famines that occurred in France during the reign of her husband Louis. What is XVI?
XVI is the 16th. X
Sure.
is 10 and 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So
16.
16.
The 16th.
Yeah, it says as you sip your drink. As
Listen.
oh wait. This phrase is more accurately translated. This is Wikipedia, so it could be completely wrong. But it says let them eat brioche, as the original French phrase refers not to cake, but brioche.
Yeah. So we'll
Which
get
is kind of the same thing. A bread enriched with butter and eggs.
pretty much.
A
yeah.
luxury food at the time. Interesting.
Yeah. Ancient Greeks called cake plakos, derived from the word for flat. And then they also had a cake called satura, which was a flat, heavy cake, which is more like a bread and usually sweetened with honey. And then during the Roman period, this is what I said ew to earlier when you were editing podcast.
Yeah.
During the Roman period, the name for cake became placenta,
Oh God.
which was
Is that why they
derived,
eat the placenta?
which was derived from a Greek term. Yeah, I don't.
Don't some
know.
people do it? Like they eat the placenta?
Yeah,
Ugh.
some people do.
Gross.
That's
okay.
so gross.
A placenta was baked on a pastry base or inside a pastry case. And they still use that name on the island of Lesbos.
Lesbian?
Lesbos in Greece, pretty much, to describe a baklava type dessert.
Ooh, baklava.
And baklava is considered an OG cake by all the major historians.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Original cake?
I wouldn't consider it a cake, but I guess so.
I don't know if I've ever had baklava.
It's like a kind of a crusty, like hard. I don't know.
Ew.
It's like a little bit tougher than like a regular like cake.
Okay.
It's got like I think like nuts and stuff inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nuts.
Nuts. It's crazy.
Early cakes in England were also mainly bread, just shaped and cooked different than cake itself. And sponge cakes originated during the Renaissance. Cakes were mostly used for religious purposes in the beginning, and in religious and cultural ceremonies.
Whoever like came up with bread, like whoever discovered bread first, like, I mean, man, people loved their bread.
How do you
back
think?
then.
How would you invent bread? You're just like flour, egg, accident.
I'm sure it's an accident. I'm sure they're like, let's cook these eggs in this flour, and then he like fell into the kiln at the same time, and then it just made that. Like how they discovered like all those fucking like penicillin and shit, just accidentally knocking over a petri dish. It's always an accident.
It's always an accident.
It's always an accident.
There's nowhere that says why Cake Day is a thing or who invented cake or where cake came from other than these things that I already said.
But, okay, so Cake Day is always the 26th, but because the last Thursday of the month is Thanksgiving, they just fall together this time. I guess that's fine. You can have a cake today for Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
You have to. No,
I mean, you have to because of this.
Cake Day.
It's
Yeah.
Cake Day.
Otherwise, we would be probably just eating a pie.
If I go to my mom's house and there's no fucking cake, I'm leaving.
Yeah, no. Yeah, spit in your mom's eye.
Their
Say,
eye.
I'm pissed off.
Take this COVID.
Where's the fucking cake?
Where is the cake? Flip the table, even like with the turkey on it and everything.
Yep.
Flip her off and then just leave.
Okay, sounds good.
Leave the door open when you do.
Cake Day is also...
Parents hate that. The air gets out.
You know from experience.
Yeah. Well, if you leave it open, we don't live in a barn. That's what I always heard.
You might live in a barn, though. I wonder what
One
people...
day I might live in a
What
barn.
do you think people who live in a barn say?
Well,
We don't live in a...
I wish one day we could save up enough money to own a house. That's probably what they say first. I wish one day we can own air conditioning so we can complain about this barn.
Oh, poor people that live in barns.
I mean, I don't think there's that many.
There's some.
There's some.
Percentage-wise, it's got to be like 0.01% of people.
Probably rich though.
They're rich.
Anybody's living in the barn, they're doing it by choice.
It's like a fancy barn.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like I
What's a fancy barn?
associate
like higher
someone
haystacks?
living in a barn with
Oprah
like...
has a barn.
Oprah
She doesn't live in it.
I mean,
A lot of people have barns.
She might sometimes.
A lot of people have
somebody lives
barns.
in that barn.
A horse. Maybe some cows.
I feel like some like creepy like I don't know, people who
Like a serial killer?
fuck their siblings live in barns.
I think there's like...
Alabama.
Whenever somebody's on the run, then they're like... They hide out in a barn a lot of times. Like when they're on the lamb, as they say. I think they hide out in barns.
That's
At
a
least
thing?
that's from... No, for real.
On the lamb.
On the lamb.
Okay, first off, it's LAM, not LAMB.
Oh.
Okay, on the lamb. When they're getting chased by the cops, they
Oh,
hide in barns a
Like
lot.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a real term.
that is 100%.
On a lamb?
On the
I
lamb.
don't think they use it anymore.
What is the definition
Okay.
of LAM?
That is, I've heard that before.
It
though.
is. It's on the lamb.
It's like on the run.
It's a real thing.
Why wouldn't you just say
It's like
run?
Bonnie
It's
and
the same
Clyde.
amount of letters.
On the run?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the same.
I don't know. Back in the day, fucking detectives were known as dicks. I don't fucking make the rules. I'm just going
that
off
real
of them.
life?
Yeah. What
Oh.
is the dicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dicks.
Yeah. They used to call them dicks. I don't know.
But I just like Midsummer, you know. I don't think they lived in the barn, but
They didn't live.
they fucked in the barn.
Yeah, but that was a cult.
They
I'm
like
sure some cults.
they
probably
burned
do.
people in the barn.
No, that wasn't a barn. That was a different house.
It was like a barn like
It looked like it had hay in it, but it wasn't a barn.
they didn't,
Did you see Midsummer?
they didn't
You haven't been to a movie since 2017, but have you seen?
Wait, did you guys see the series Ratchet?
No.
No.
Ratchet and Clank.
There's two
Is
characters.
Ratchet?
Nurse Ratched. It's the character from the
Nuh-uh.
movie.
From One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Yeah,
Nest?
they made a series about her.
Oh, I didn't know that's
It's
what it
on
was
Netflix.
about.
It's
I
actually
thought it was
pretty
about
good.
like tools or something.
No, it's good.
Next was going to be a screwdriver.
There's a scene where they have sex in the barn.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You should
And they're
watch.
on the lamb. They're on the
It's all circling back.
Amber's here. Say on the run.
lamb. Right.
You should watch Midsummer. It's fucked.
I
up,
told
but
you
it's
when people are on the run,
good. Thank you.
they hide out in barns for some reason. It's because they're always in the country.
You think
And-
they changed it up? Because if I was chasing someone on the run, I'd be like, better look in this barn right here.
I mean,
Right. Where else would they hide?
also, I'm getting all of these facts from 40s films, so I don't know if that's how it is nowadays. But I watch a lot of Alfred Hitchcock, and I'm assuming that that's still very relevant at this point.
Okay. All right, we'll real quick. I'm drunk from
From Whiskey Sour.
Drunksgiving
Drinksgiving.
yesterday.
Literally.
Drinksgiving turned into Drunksgiving because she's drunk now.
So we're gonna talk about Thanksgiving for a little bit, where it came from.
Can't wait.
We celebrate the harvest and other blessings of the past year. Americans believe it was modeled on the 1621 harvest feast shared by the English colonist pilgrims of Plymouth and the Wampanoag people.
I mean, it is good that the Pilgrims came
Was
along.
did I say it wrong?
I mean,
Tell me how to say it, Ronald Russ.
I don't know. I'm not Native American.
Wampanoag.
all I'm
Wampanoag.
saying is it's good that the
Native Americans were against Thanksgiving, weren't they? Because they were all against the
until
Pilgrims
the
of
white people
Plymouth.
came along and taught them that they should like their maize or their corn and their turkeys and their diseases that they gave them.
And their
Just
diseases.
all this stuff. They gave them blankets and
Yeah.
smallpox. I mean, what else could you want from Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Thanksgiving's all about
It's
turkey.
kind of a depressing holiday when you think about.
Yeah, it is.
where it
That's why
really
you don't think too far back.
Yeah.
Like,
You
shut up
think
and just eat.
yeah, just eat the food.
I've had to work every Thanksgiving for like all my life, so like I've never really like celebrated it. People like brought me food, or we had free Chick-fil-A at work or some dumb shit.
I mean, I've worked every Thanksgiving until this year, which is cool, but then COVID came around, so now everything's like kind of up in the air. But I've celebrated it. I've hung out with like family and stuff, especially when my dad got remarried. Like they had like more family, so I like went over there and like hung out with them and stuff. And you know, we just sit around and eat turkey, ham, talk politics and movies, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like really other than just like eating and like watching football or whatever. It's really nothing.
It's always the same football team, and it's not even a good football
It's
team.
Detroit Lions play, I think,
It's the
every
Lions.
Thanksgiving.
The Lions. Had they've never even won a Super Bowl?
I don't think they've ever been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Why?
They might have been to one and lost. But
Why?
I don't think they have.
I should have looked that up. Why is
That's
it the
probably
Lions?
why they're not off on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
They suck.
They're like, you suck.
Get
Until you
better.
win a Super Bowl, you play every Thanksgiving.
We want to see our families. No. You win a Super Bowl like every other NFL team. Not every other one. There's a couple that haven't. But yeah, the Detroit Lions have never won a Super Bowl. And they play
Wow.
every Thanksgiving. I
They
think it
suck.
just became like a thing. And they just do
Yeah,
it.
it's tradition.
But it's just
I
funny
don't-
if you
I don't
get
know how
drafted.
it became a tradition.
You get drafted into that team and you're like, fuck, can't see my
Fuck.
family this week, this year. Yeah.
Guess I'm not celebrating Thanksgiving
It's cool, I'm
ever.
the new quarterback, but I'm on a losing team and I won't see my family this year.
Yeah. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I used to like turkey,
Ugh,
but now I'm not
I'm
like.
not a big turkey fan.
For me, I like sweet potato. I really like
Ooh.
sweet potato and like sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato pie.
I'm making that this year.
Sweet potato casserole?
Yeah, I just want to
Bring
buy
me
the
some.
ingredients today.
Bring me some.
It's going down.
Bring me some.
It's going
I'll bring you
down.
some rubber lamb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put like almonds and like cinnamon on it?
Almonds and marshmallows.
Dude, that one. What's
Oh,
that
so
one
good.
place that has really good sweet potato casserole?
Boston Market.
Yeah.
I get it every time I go to Boston Market.
Dude,
Yeah.
Boston Market
Just
has.
just go there, order some, and then like taste it, and then work backwards.
They just put marshmallows on
I
top.
can even.
Yeah, yeah, I love when
good.
they do that.
Um,
I don't even like marshmallows, but when it's on a sweet potato casserole, like I gotta eat it. It's good.
I like stuffing.
I never liked stuffing.
Stuffing's
Pumpkin.
my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
I was never
See?
big on stuffing.
You suck.
I know. What about you, Ronald Russ?
He just said stuffing.
Oh, it is stuffing?
Yeah, but it's not like. Wait, do you like it out of like stovetop, or like out of the box, or is it like?
No.
She reaches in the
scratch.
turkey and
No, you
grabs
make
it.
your own homemade.
Yeah.
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 Stuff it in that
That's the
turkey's
best part of
asshole.
Thanksgiving.
Does anybody here? Does anybody here like cranberries?
No,
I like cranberry sauce.
I've never
The
liked
cranberry
I
sauce
like
stuff
it.
is weird.
I like it with turkey though. Like
Yeah,
Texan.
I like it like combined with
I like
turkey.
to rub
but
it.
Yeah, I
like to
never,
rub
I
it.
never, with the friction.
smother
Yeah,
it
I
all
can eat it,
together.
you know?
I never liked it until I started eating the turkey sandwiches at PDQ, and they put the cranberry like on it with like lettuce and like a turkey and some sauce, and it was so good. It was so
I
good.
never had that.
Yeah.
Works
Well, they
well.
got rid of it now.
Oh,
It's not there anymore.
COVID.
wow.
Yeah, COVID.
COVID
New-
did ruin all the fast food places.
I mean, they took away a lot of ingredients. Now McDonald's like, fuck COVID. We can't do breakfast now.
Chick-fil-A doesn't have lettuce for some reason.
Yeah. It's like, guys, COVID. If you touch lettuce, you'll get it.
They don't have
What?
lettuce.
They
It's
don't have
so
lettuce?
stupid. No.
I just like how
And
McDonald's.
they don't do breakfast at the one at my mall either now.
Why? What did COVID do? Like, take all their fucking ovens?
I guess.
Like, all their eggs?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Although a tiger did get COVID one time, so it does spread to
Did you
animals.
think that was actually real?
I don't know. It was on the internet, so it has to be.
I think that tiger was just fucking sick and they blamed it on COVID. But
I think that tiger was lying the
Wait,
whole time.
the tiger had COVID?
Oh, good one.
The tiger was lying.
Tiger was lying the whole time.
What the? Don't leave me. Really?
Okay. This is so bad.
Anyways.
Yeah, tiger got COVID. Didn't like a dog get COVID too?
250,000 people have died from COVID. There's like, what, like a million? How many millions have gotten it? But like one tiger and one dog.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's not adding up.
It
So
doesn't
wait.
make sense.
A tiger and a dog got it?
Yeah.
A tiger and a dog. Not from the dog or the tiger, but they got it separately.
There's probably more animals with it. They just can't test
Yeah,
them.
they just won't test them. It's hard to get that
Can you
Q-tip up a
taste
tiger's
and
nose.
smell?
No, you try sticking a Q-tip up
Yeah,
a
that's
tiger's
true.
nostril.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fun.
Yeah. I don't know if that's how they do it in a tiger. Maybe it's different.
Okay, the first Thanksgiving was in 1623 when they gave thanks for rain that ended a drought. And then those early Thanksgiving took the form of a special church service rather than a feast. And it wasn't until the second half of the 1600s that it became more common as a feast after the harvest and started to become an annual event. And then George Washington, the first president of the U.S., proclaimed it the first National Thanksgiving Day in 1789.
Damn, but they were celebrating since 1623 before that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it was like year round, but they were, at least that's when it started.
That's just when they started like thanking people
Thanking
for things.
Thanking like
Did you ever
the
have a
rains.
Thanksgiving with your family where you went around and said what you were thankful for?
No, because that's really weird.
It is really weird.
Kind of thing.
My grandma used to do that.
I've had Thanksgivings where we've prayed. Like, we like all about
Yeah.
our, like as you do.
My
when
grandma
you pray.
was about that too.
Yeah, that was like back in
But
the
it wasn't
day.
just Thanksgiving. It was every time we all ate together.
Yeah. I'm not religious, so like,
Me
and now
neither.
my dad, like that side of the
Do you go
family.
to church? Are you going to go to church on Thanksgiving?
No.
Is that a
if I
thing
wanna
you do?
Say this on here. I haven't been to church in a while.
Does your family still go to church?
My grandma goes to church every Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, and
I feel like it's rare now. I mean, it's probably
Well,
not
COVID
rare,
it's
times.
mostly like. in her
but
church,
did they
it's
stop
not-
doing church during COVID?
They did stop, and they like recently just started back, and it's not really that many people that goes every Sunday.
Does she do
But it's all
virtual?
like older. No, they go, but it's like all mostly older.
That seems
That's so
dangerous.
bad though. If it's
all
older,
older church ladies.
yeah, that's not good.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
They still
One-
go.
One of them gets it,
susceptible.
they're all dying.
Yeah, susceptible to it.
Jesus.
But yeah, we have to pray before we eat.
Yeah.
But you don't have to say thanks for things. No.
Just like
I don't remember doing that.
part of the praying is like we're thankful for this food and all that.
One of the like
And
again,
the fam.
just because I'm not like religious, is when I was on my walk across the country and I stayed with like a pastor and his
Oh, yeah.
family during the walk, like in Casper, Wyoming. They just assumed I was religious. So when we were at the table, I stayed with them for 2 days.
They're like, he
And-
looks like Jesus. He's probably
Yeah. So they're like, he'll know this stuff. So I just remember like sitting at the table with them, and every meal they prayed and stuff.
Did you have to hold hands?
We didn't hold hands.
You
But
just
we
close
sat
your
around the
eyes.
table. We just closed our eyes and looked down, and and because he was a pastor, he said his stuff. But then I remember one time he wanted me to say some stuff, and I was like, "Oh boy."
Did you say anything?
Yeah, I was just like, I don't. All right. Thank you for
Food and a place
the
to
food.
sleep.
Yeah, that's
And this
basically what I
walk.
said. The only time it was like super awkward was when the pastor wasn't there and it was like his wife and his son were there, and he like was out doing something. So it was just her, and she's like, "Hey, if you want to come out, like I have some ice cream if you want to eat some ice cream stuff." So I'm like, "Okay." So I went out there and in the dining room, and as she's like washing dishes, I'm eating the ice cream, and she's like, "So, what's your favorite religious movie?" And I'm like, I don't.
Can you name a few for me? I'll tell you.
I was like, I don't know. I'm
Passion
like,
of the Christ.
yeah. So I said that one first because that was the only one I could think of. And then she's like, yeah, that was good. She's like, it was so sad. I was like, I know. And then, and then she was like, I'm watching Prince of Egypt because I'm going to teach that to or show it to our class or whatever for church. And then she's like, what other ones do you like? And I'm like, man, I would not have come out here for ice cream if I knew that I was going to get quizzed right now.
It's not worth the ice cream.
I don't even remember. I said one other one that I could think of, and I can't think of it now. But I was.
What's that? The Old Testament movie?
Oh, I said 10 Commandments.
10 Commandments.
Because of Charlton Heston. That was the only other one.
Those
I
are the
was
only
like,
two I know.
she named a couple. God is Dead. God is Not Dead was like one that came out not too long ago. Maybe she mentioned that. I don't remember. She mentioned some other ones, and then I was like, all right, I started eating my ice cream real fast. And then I was like,
Time for bed.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sleepy.
How long were you there at their house?
I was 2 days. Just 2 days. But like they did, and at one point they did ask me, like, I think after they kind of realized a little bit, I think the second night when they did a prayer, and they didn't have me say anything, but they were like, thank you for allowing us to help this man and stuff like that. And then
God.
and then he goes, what religion do you practice? And I go, well, I don't really go anymore, but like I used to be Catholic, and my dad's Catholic, and you know, we used to go Holy Family and that kind of stuff. He's like, oh, but you're not religious anymore? I'm like, I mean, like, no, I don't know. And then that's when he just like started telling me all about it and trying to convert me a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah. Just a little bit. But other than that, like, that was the only awkward thing. Like, luckily, I haven't had that like with my family, so I don't know what I would say with those. But that's just me.
Yeah.
So it didn't work.
What?
He didn't convert you.
Yeah, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. Nice try. Yo, try harder next time. Next time I'm walking through Casper, try to catch me again.
Ooh, the friendly ghost. Anyway,
That is.
I think that does it for Cake Day and
And-
Thanksgiving.
Well, so we're definitely having a cake for Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, of course.
Ron,
Yeah. We're going to have to break tradition and
Yeah.
you can have a pie too.
You got
Cake and
both.
pie.
It's Thanksgiving.
And,
You eat as
and
much as you
casserole.
can.
It's
And
all about
casserole.
it's all about eating a bunch. Yeah.
it is.
If you had to choose, what's your favorite pie?
Sweet potato.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Stop letting Amber go first.
Okay, sorry.
She always has the same answer as me.
Is it really sweet potato
Yeah.
pie?
My second favorite would be pecan.
Pecan, yeah.
Pecan pie is good.
Mine too.
I like fruit pie now a lot. I used to hate fruit pie.
Fruit pie.
Like,
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 apple,
well, I mean, like
cherry.
I like apple pie. I like
Oh,
peach
yeah.
pie. Apple pie is like my favorite now.
I like apple pie now. I didn't like it when I was younger, but
When I was younger, I didn't like any pies,
Yeah.
but now I like apple pie. Is like my favorite. I used to get
we're
that
getting
from.
old.
Yeah, your taste buds change. Now I drink
pie.
coffee all the time, and like I like pie. It's like fucking weird. And I'm
With
talking
vegetables.
politics with people. It's like I need to go back.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I didn't buy fucking 7 arcade games to fucking be an adult.
Okay, one more fact about cakes before we go, okay?
Yeah.
The first cake in a box mix was introduced in the 1930s to cater to economically depressed Americans in the Great Depression. In the 1850s, boxed cake sales plunged during the decade as consumers grow bored and turn their attention to decorating their cakes instead.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
And last year, police in Germany had to investigate an 18-year-old woman. I feel like, okay, who baked a marijuana-laced cake that wound up being served to guests at a funeral.
Oh wow.
That's the end of my
mean-
cake facts.
She went to jail for that?
Yeah. Did she not tell anybody? Is that why?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I guess that's kind of illegal.
It's a little illegal getting people high.
Yeah, when they don't want.
When they
I
don't
mean,
wanna
it's
be
one
high.
thing if you like just do it, and like everybody's down.
Pretty sure they enjoyed it.
Yeah, they probably
Probably.
didn't even notice.
But that does it for today. Thank you for joining us. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Cake Day. Thank you, Ronald Russ, for being here.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Any place.
And for Roberta Lamb and myself, catch you on the flip side.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.